as we jump into this match, you can see Bayonetta and Joker are coming in
transition. Good transition. So yeah, we called it right. There isn't going to go ahead and as Yori switches to Bayo instead.
Yeah, so going into it, we are going to get these boys loaded up. Let's see what the stage of choice is. Town and City, a nice one. And of course, Yori all night has been starting with the taunts and the phrases as well. So it's really interesting to see him kind of stepping up his game in that department.
Okay, Yori, please. All right, there we go. Side Bs and then immediately up Bs, but Jerry knows to shield that entire move and just try to back off. And it appears as though this is the type of match that we are absolutely no desire to engage and is sitting on the top platform just waiting. Duck through that gun. And yeah, that's actually a weakness here. So I do not believe that Jerry has a projectile that can hit that except for the AHA.
Yeah, that's actually really crazy how Yori is pretty aware of the techniques that he can use to get around Joker at the same time. As we saw, he is a Joker main himself, so what better way to know the weaknesses of a character than by maining them? And as you can see, that's actually working out pretty decent for himself as he's keeping Jerry on his toes when he gets in.
Fairly even match so far, but we are going to see Arsene pop out, and I have to feel like Yori stopped that combo a little bit early and just hit the single and draw something out of Jerry.
Yeah, as you can see, gets him at ledge, kind of keeping him on board right now. Jerry has only been doing so much because he's just getting kind of pelted back and forth. That's pretty darn low, but the amazing movement by Yori. I mean, I don't know Bayo that well enough to recover, but Yori sure does.
Yori went as deep as possible, and the only reason why he didn't get that B. And that side B, though, oh, you have to think about that as a tech flub right there. Yori ducks underneath the stage, and now if the game plan from Yori was defensive gameplay, you have to imagine that suicide is going to loom large in this set.
Yeah, because of course now that you have the deficit, it is your job to go in. So it is up to Yori to secure this stock as fast as humanly possible. Managed to get off there, and I don't think Jerry can recover. No, he cannot. Just barely not reaching the ledge with that grappling hook. And Yori did just that and managed to get that stock count to 2 apiece. As you can see here, going back and forth, Yori is playing so patiently, manages to find his in. Not quite any follow-up after that side B, however, only 20% on Jerry's second stock, and that Aga is going to rack up a lot of extra percentage due to that curse effect. And it looks like Big Brother is about to be out and about for Jerry. Yep, Arsene is on board.
And as soon as he is, just spot dodge down smash, and that is all she wrote for that stock. And now you have almost a full bar of Arsene to work against Bayonetta, but I think we're going to see the majority of it get chipped away right there, already down to 1/3.
As you can see now, Bayo combos coming in galore. I do not think it will be enough to kill. Nice space out on those jabs, though. Arsene now off the table. That forward smash trying to come in to catch Jerry off guard, but nothing quite yet. Dash attack not working either, as Jerry still has a rock-solid defense holding on to this stock.
I love how optimal Jerry is on his combos. He's like sneaking in these last little hits with gun and with AHA with the projectiles. Both of those are used so well to just optimally rack up as much damage as possible for as little commitment as possible. And I feel like it is starting to chip away at Yori's defenses.
Yeah, 60% already is now what you want. That is some great extra credit going on there. And these kind of recoveries by Yori being exploited, getting hit by Aga. And yeah, that curse damage is coming in clutch. Triple-digit percent now. Risk of being, overlapped and dead soon if he is not careful. Arsene is almost on board, so this forward throw, does it kill? Yes, it does. Thankfully, Arsene is put off just for a little while longer.
And now Jerry's shield pressure is not looking safe enough against Bayonetta. The up B is bailing out Bayo in these spots right here, but 129% just about. He's going to need a little bit more of a bailout to try to bring this match back. That back air connects. Doesn't look like it'll kill, though. That was a false flash for sure.
Yeah, and actually really interesting stuff. Will that forward tilt do it? No. Yeah, as we saw earlier, that side B from Jerry was actually a great job or the side B from Yori, rather, getting punished by up smash in the middle of it for the follow-up move is actually great stuff, because now Jerry has a great option if Yori tries to overcommit with that side B. And it'll kill at this percentage for sure.
Arsene is on, yeah, that'll do it. Arsene on deck, and then immediately it just seems as though Jerry had that back up as soon as he needed it. Both times in the last 2 stocks, Arsene out for exactly 1 move, and that's all you need to secure the stock.
Yeah, Jerry's movement and ability to rack up damage is almost like Bayonetta in of itself, but unfortunately for Bayonetta, she may have the limbs of Madame Butterfly, but she does not have Arsene.
No, sometimes you need a little bit of a big brother backing you up, and that's what Joker's got in his back pocket there. So we'll have to see if Yori is going to chalk that up to the early suicide and then just the game slipping away after Jerry is able to play his defensive game, or if it's going to be a character switch here. I had to feel like the confidence still has to be there for Yori, though, because that was close until he ran off stage and died.
Yeah, unfortunately, that SD really could have made or break the difference there, because that's, as you said, when things started becoming a slippery slope. At the same time, we're going to see some stage counter picks. This is a best of 3, so Jerry only needs one more win to find himself in winners finals versus MJ. We're going to see.
And I believe these two have faced off before already in the Wi-Fi bracket.
Yes, these two have kind of come to terms, had some fighting words going on here, but it's not about them just yet, because Yori still has a chance to put himself in that spot if he finds himself. And again, it looks like we're going to Yoshi's in this game too.
Yeah, Bayonetta with slants, that makes it a little bit harder to approach the character, and those guns can cover the entire floor. So yeah, this is a very good pick by Yori, but I think that Jerry doesn't feel the need to be pressured to try to approach this. I think he can deal with this by just backing off and giving Yori that space, unless he gets pummeled like this.
Yeah, already, 52% on board, maybe more, we will see. Yori just playing a very patient game, and as we see, Jerry is also very patient, so it's really just how can you find your avenue in, and Yori has found it so far pretty well for himself.
That projectile beating out Bayonetta's side B, though, and that is a lot of damage over time there. And then another one, if Yori needs to commit with these down tilts to get those guns going, or the neutral B, it seems like Jerry just got a projectile ready to place exactly in the right spot.
Yeah, Jerry has only hit him about 4 times, but it has evened up the percentage game between these two basically by a full amount. But that forward throw will do a great job. Nice tech by Jerry off the bat immediately. Has a lot of percentage on board, but he's happy to keep it close as best as he can.
How did he get that tech on Wi-Fi? That was bonkers. You get hit in rather than out and immediately reacted, got the tech and recovered. That could have been devastating if he doesn't actually react to that in time.
Yeah, I do not understand, but that is top player reactions right there. That man has a 6th sense, and he is not afraid to use it.
Both characters at kill percent, kind of just tossing out the safe moves there to try to bring this to an edge pressure situation. Back airs galore. Down tilt connecting, but yeah, Jerry just jumps away and then air dodges back on. The dash attack will go ahead and catch him trying to jump out of shield, though. So 102%, and now Yori has all the space in the world to play defensively.
Yeah, finally, after that Game 1 SD, Yori finds himself ahead for the first time in quite a while. Managed to get that starting combo with that Witch Twist. 31% on board, kind of a good start. Every extra credit will count, especially as Arsene is about to make an appearance here in just a few more hits.
Oh, ledge hang. Actually very smart there by Yori, trying to not use another up B and just wait out Jerry's options. Jerry did manage to get a couple gunshots out of that, but did not have to expend the double jump into Yori.
Yeah, Yori is just kind of dancing around Jerry, making sure it's hard for him to get a clean hit in as he throws out these back airs, and up smashes. Gets that Witch time, doing a crazy up smash combo, and Jerry is dead off the top at 96.
Down tilt up smash out of Witch time. That is the Bayo classic. Set him up and now come down. Or in this case, up.
Yeah, what goes up must come down, and Jerry returns on the Angel platform, but already at 65%, our Sen meter is ticking away, and Yori is looking very clean here in this game, too.
This is like night and day.
Yeah, this is an entirely different ball game for Yori right now. It is absolutely crazy.
Good parry, gets the forward tilt. That should finish it off, though. So now Arsene is again get the one hit that he needs, but Jerry is down about a stock and a half right here. He needs to start worrying about getting killed off of smash attacks and Witch times. Meanwhile, he's still working on a fresh second stock of Yori.
Yeah, he has a long mountain, long road ahead of him. Get something going for him, and only 27% as he reaches that apex of about 120 plus. With every passing combo, he is just a tiny bit closer to death percentage. Bayonetta is scary. Will that down air do it? Yes, it will. That heal, it makes Jerry feel not so great.
Okay, I see you. Yet the heel drop hit him with the Hulk Hogan. Let me tell you something, brother. We're going to a game 3.
Yeah, that was pretty immaculate by Yori, and that just goes to show you how much a stage and a no SD can really make the difference.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal counter pick. You saw the wall jump and the wall cling both coming into effect right there. Jerry wants to go ahead and use downward angled gun on Bayonetta's recovery to basically snuff out the first up B attempt. In addition, because Bayonetta's up B does not automatically snap ledge, you can do that for free from as high up as you want. So when you have that wall, you can not only DI into the wall, tech, and then jump away, you can wall cling to force Jerry to overcommit with the downward angled gun.
Yeah, so these two doing really well, going back and forth in these past 2 games. Now, of course, Jerry, because he won game 1, does get the stage counter pick, and he has a lot of viable options that Yori might not be able to exploit as much as he did in that Yoshi story game.
Yeah, I am not sure what he's going to pick here. Perhaps we'll see something like a Final Destination, but that may very well be banned. Maybe a Smashville, a smaller stage is the option probably for Jerry, or we're just going to Stadium 2 and saying, I'm just going to outplay you on a neutral stage.
As we go in, the tried and true PS2, the staple of Maryland, and this is a stage I imagine Jerry is pretty comfortable with, considering he fights in the upper echelons with the likes of Dexter, Siegel, and ZD.
Yeah, this is a very, very even stage for sure. Definitely one of those that I think that before the unified stage list was picked for this particular iteration, they did like a study of it, and they found like 40% of all games were played on PS2. It's bonkers how much people love this stage. I
mean, yeah, that's in Maryland, Virginia. The Classic is asking to just start on neutral PS2. And I mean, for good reason. It's a pretty, as some people say, barring a few characters, for the most part, neutral.
Yeah, I think actually that, in my general opinion, actually PS1's the superior one for this. This is a bigger stage, so it's a stage that does kind of afford it to running characters a little bit more of an advantage than to aggressive characters. We just don't really see that too much in the meta because the game doesn't have a lot of running away. It's more like safely tapping on shield with aerials that can't be punished.
And I will say, I've been pineappled on PS2 a lot lately, and I think we've had this debate over which one pineapples more, but it's pretty crazy. Oh my goodness, the Tetracurrent coming in, catching that witch twist off the bottom, and as we were talking about this stage, Jerry's been taking stocks.
In addition, you saw what Jerry was doing right there. He was basically setting up, like I mentioned, using the falling gun to knock Bayonetta out of her up B, putting her in a spot where she immediately has to up B, and then you get the free counter. Jerry's had that one planned for quite some time.
Yeah, Yori is currently trying to take Jerry off the top. Nothing quite yet, but as Jerry enters the triple-digit percent, it can be pretty scary. As I said that, he gets out of dodge from that up smash, and Yori is trying to continue up the pressure, making it harder for Jerry. No tech coming in, and that might be it. Yes, sir, it is. Unfortunately, for Yori, that is now 2 stocks apiece in this game 3.
So one interesting thing about Joker is that he has that little tether latch where he latches to the stage and gives him a little bit of a boost up. If you use your up, you get 1 boost up, and then if you get hit out of the tether as you're pulling in, you don't get the boost again. So there is a moment of vulnerability that Bayo is able to exploit very well with her aerials that you can just hold the A button and they keep swinging. So that's what Yori was trying to do there and finally got the ability to succeed, and that cost Yori very big here. That was an early death.
Yeah, and you got to remember that those up B tethers, this actually happens for a lot of other people too. When you look at Ivysaur, for example, he gets that boost, but he doesn't get a second boost as well. So if you're playing against someone with a tether, it's something to keep in mind. And oh my God, something to keep in mind.
The drag down.
Yeah, something to kind of keep in mind is that Jerry is nice no matter how much you may dice it. I mean, Yori's been keeping it a kind of a clean game so far, but when Jerry hits, man, he hits.
When he hits, he makes it hurt. He lets you know what he's got in store for you. I feel it in my soul when this man starts.
Yeah, Jerry just really knows what to do. And now that he has a lead, it's going to be a game of can he kind of secure this final stock without giving Yori much room to dance around.
He's in an awkward spot right there, but actually the up smash not connecting with the standard get-up. Jerry's able to just walk through it, gets the grab, and forces Yori away from him. Jerry's defensive gameplay here has been immaculate. He just has just enough space that he needs to read what Bayonetta is doing and react to it.
Yeah, I can really see him doing a great job of going around. That down tilt, catching him and setting him up with that up smash is amazing stuff by Yori, evening up the stock count. And now, if you're Jerry, you need to secure this as fast as possible before it gets ugly.
True, 74%, so we're getting close. Jerry does have the option to start playing defensively and try to get some damage purposefully to pull out Arsene, but I don't think he needs it. Drag down again into the back here, forcing Yori into a ledge trapping situation. Can he make anything out of it? No, center stage again. Both players just scrambling, tapping each other's shields. A drag down attempt again and a down tilt this time.
Yeah, Yori managed to finally finally get a single hit in, about 50% on board. Arsene is almost out, but Jerry has been racking up crazy percentage in the meanwhile, not giving Yori a lot of time to breathe. But as Yori finally, again, second hit in, 60%. He's going to need a lot more than that. Forward tilt will not do it yet if you are Arsene. Gun adding up more and more percentage. That crazy Tetrakarn actually kind of doing bad things for Jerry now, as he kind of got extra racked up percentage, and Arsene is almost gone.
In addition, like, Yori expended every single resource. If Jerry had been able to get something going there at edge, he could have finished it off, but instead we are at another reset situation. Good aggressive double side B to get full stage control back. Forward air knocks Yori away. This is an intense match. We are just about even. Both players' next hit kills in the forward tilt.
Oh my goodness, forward tilt finally. That was actually starting to get really down to the wire there. But Jerry secures his spot knowing that he is number 2 seed, and he's going to continue on in that close set to winners finals against MJ.
What a set right there. Both players were playing just about as fast as we've seen either one of them so far. I mean,